to YouTube right now, which would be pretty amazing because I couldn't get it to work to Twitch. I'm not quite sure why. So here we go. This is a test stream on the Shadow Boost gaming PC. In fact, tell you what, let me unlock my mouse so I can bring up YouTube on my PC, and then hopefully maybe you can hear my voice this time, which didn't work last time at all. Testing 1 2 1 2. Is that coming through? Testing 1 2 1 2. Yes, it is. Right, okay, so this is like a technical test of the Shadow gaming PC. So let's lock the cursor, get rid of that, and let's just start. So what's happening is I'm streaming, hopefully at 1080p, 60 frames a second, to YouTube from the Shadow gaming PC. And the advantage of streaming from the Shadow gaming PC is that you don't get, well, you're using their massive bandwidth that they have at the data center rather than the poorer data capability you'll have. Right, okay, we need to go into the settings. If I remember how to do this. Settings, controls, invert. Why is that? Now I was having a little bit of trouble with it being a little bit laggy earlier on. But we'll have to see how things go. I'm kind of at a disadvantage playing PUBG on PC with an Xbox controller. But at least it'll give us a good idea running around, and you'll be able to kind of pop the screen full screen so you can get an idea of the quality that you could expect from a Shadow Boost gaming PC if you wanted to play and stream, in this case, to YouTube. I really wanted to do a test of Twitch, but I couldn't get that to work. So here we go. Where are we going to go? I've got something odd going on with the way that my controllers are inverted as well. Not really sure what's happening there. So what's happening is I'm playing on a Xbox controller that is attached to my laptop via USB, and I'm talking to you via a USB mic that's attached to my laptop. And I've got my HyperX cloud gaming headphones on that attach to my laptop. So you can imagine all the Xbox inputs are going into my laptop up to the Shadow gaming PC and then back again, and the sounds are coming from the Shadow gaming PC, and they get graphics coming from the Shadow gaming PC back to my laptop. And I'm also I've got a HDMI lead that goes from my laptop to my TV. So it's playing at 1080p 60 frames a second, which is the maximum that I can sort of do on my TV very well. We're on high settings on PUBG, and it's cracking along at 60 frames a second, but I think it's because I forced it to go to 60 frames a second. I said that's all I wanted it to do because my TV can't do any more. So I thought, well, what's the point of... This is a first person only server, I think. Go through that door. Now, other problems, the fact that I am rusty at PUBG anyway at the moment. I haven't really been playing it very often. Go back and get that ammo. I did get a chicken dinner playing on PC. My first ever PC chicken dinner yesterday. I played 2 games, came second in the first one, and I've already got a helmet on. I have, haven't I? What's that? Came second in the first one, and then won the Is that 3 times? And on the next one, I got it by crawling around in the grass though on Erangel. It was, no, I didn't cover myself in honour. So the idea of all these tests and all these videos that you'll see is just to really give you guys an idea of what these shadow gaming PCs are all about and whether it's worth getting. And I guess the consideration is always, if you say play with console and can't afford, or don't fancy the idea of spending thousands of pounds on a gaming PC, with a Shadow cloud gaming PC, you play Shadow £15 a month roughly, and you're hiring quite a nice gaming PC with a GTX 1080 video card, fairly nice processor, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabyte SSD. And you can play all the games that you've bought on Steam or Ubisoft site or Good Old Games or whatever. It's a Windows 10 PC you get. Now the downside, obviously, is that you really should learn to play keyboard and mouse, because if I remember right, I can. Rather than struggle trying to use a Xbox controller, but for the sake of these testings, and that's what we're going to be having a go with. Ooh, someone's already been here. They've taken the ammo. What have we got? We're a bit limited on ammo, aren't we? I don't know how well this comes across on the stream, but it looks pretty damn good on my TV. PUBG at 60 frames a second, a true 60 frames a second, is definitely better than on my PlayStation and on my Xbox. You get a clarity to the depth of field, especially when you're aiming down sights like that you just don't get when you're playing on console. Got people behind me. Guess we really should try and get some more loot, because I'm a little bit low. And the other question I'm kind of asking myself as I'm doing these tests on the Shadow Game PC is, by having one of these, does it really negate the need to invest in something like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X? Because I know this is only 1080p, and the idea is that with the PS5 and the Series X, you can play PUBG at 4K 60 frames a second. I think, anyway. I'll have to do a bit of research on that. But if you haven't got a 4K TV, you then have the question marks of, well, wait a minute, what's the point when you can have something like this? At least in the short term, anyway. However, there is a bit of a catch with the another catch with the gaming PCs is the Shadow Game PCs, the fact that they've got a massive long wait list. I had to wait about 4 months to get this one. It's only about £15 a month. That's for the base Shadow Boost and an extra 256 gigabytes of hard drive space. Oh, we've done it all right, haven't we? Do we really want... What have we got? Right, let's dump some of this excess stuff that we don't need. Right, people in the chat. Wow, looks amazing. I've got 1080p full running, man. Looks fantastic. Excellent. Let's see the barrel action. Look, I'm not making any promises, all right? I'm definitely a bit rusty at Pubg, and was never much of a big killer in the first place. Oh, we got 3 times, and we got that. The sounds are better, aren't they, as well, on PC Pubg. But the other thing, again, there's another catch. Oh god, I've got too many. I don't need that many, do I? The other big catch with Pubg on PC and PC games in general is the hackers and the cheaters. You know, you're going to come across... Oh, wait a minute. I've got to move. You've got to get over there. Ooh, there we go. Where's the way out? Ooh. A bit of lag going on. Where am I going? I was kind of hoping that they were going to put Black Ops Cold War on sale, or Modern Warfare Call of Duty on sale, so I could give them a really good thrashing. I played a little bit of Cold War on the part of the free few days they had. But what I've kind of have found with most of the games, you know, I'm a noob when it comes to PC gaming, is the fact that they don't have very good controller support anyway. Even the AAA side titles, even like Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, you know, they don't have aim assist and stuff. So you even at games that you can use your controller like this in Pubg, and I know Pubg doesn't have aim assist anyway. Where's that guy? Where'd he go? I think I need to do a bit of work with my sensitivity settings as well. Go on, get in. Okay, well, we've got to the top 10 without really doing anything apart from getting shot at by someone and not knowing who. Where was he anyway? Uh-oh. Thank you for your patience in the chat at this very mediocre gameplay. I feel nervous just playing PUBG these days. So used to playing respawn shooters like Battlefield and Call of Duty, but especially Call of Duty. Been playing an awful lot of that. As soon as I get into PUBG, I'm like, oh my god, it's Battle Royale again. I've gone. Yeah, the clarity is beautiful. I know PUBG isn't a particularly pretty looking game at the best of times. I think I've got a bit of stick drift as well, haven't I, on this controller? And I'll make that, I can make that darker, can't I? Have I just made it lighter? Right, there we go, that's better, I can actually see it now. Right, we're on top 6. Oh, I see somebody. They were there. Gone. Another guy down there. Oh, we're in the top 5. Mission accomplished. Without even firing my gun. Ooh. We're in a top 3 situation. Oh, top 2 situation. Okay, the other guy's over there. Guaranteed. Now he knows where I am because I fired. God, get the PUBG sweats. Oh, we could be somewhere down here. Let's get the high ground. This is where we got to go. That's where he's got to go. Ooh, my heart is pounding. Oh, I couldn't control the couldn't control the recoil of the AK. I should have stick with the M16. Woohoo! Okay, well that was fun. That was fun. Okay, that was fun. Yeah, you can see as soon as I pulled the trigger on the AK, it went straight up, didn't it? Straight up in the sky. So, oh, here we go. GeForce is telling me if I want to do something. Save to gallery. Done. Okay, let's give it another go then. So, how's the stream looking? Does it look okay? Yeah, I think the problem, Philo, Pubg is just controlling the recoil. You know, I'll have to go into the see, in console you get so much less recoil. So much less recoil. I mean, you can see I pulled the trigger and I was miles off target, wasn't I? Straight away, I was pointing at the sky. I should have definitely, if I'd had the M16 with that 3 times on and just single tapping, I could have probably blatted him in the same way that I blatted that other guy. Phil says that's true. AK Recoil in Pubg is insanely more than Cold War and Warzone. Yeah. Good evening, Peter Legasic. We're just doing a test stream of the Cloud Boost, Shadow Boost Cloud game streaming PC. So this is, I'm playing on a 7-year-old laptop. I subscribe to a game streaming service called Shadow, and it allows you to play high-end high-end PC games that you own on your local crappy hardware, in my case. But what I do is I have a HDMI lead that goes out of my laptop to my TV. My TV is 1080p, 60 frames a second. It's an old TV, but it looks pretty good. And it's chundering along at 60 frames a second, 1080p, and that's what the stream is as well. The stream is 60 frames a second, 1080p from the Shadow gaming PC straight to YouTube, and we're just kind of doing a sense test really to see if it works, how it works. It's a bit difficult for me just to test it, you know, whether the audio is coming through, because the audio has to go from my laptop all the way up to the Shadow PC, and then the video has to come back down, and the controls do as well. And it's just seeing if it's viable, because I'm kind of working towards my review now for single player games. I was playing Jedi Fallen Order earlier on today. Very, very viable indeed. And that's a lot of platforming in that, and it seemed good. But I'm always suspicious about multiplayer games, you know, because you need those Twitch reaction skills. But the problem that I have is that because, you know, I'm a controller person, I'm at a disadvantage anyway. So I'm not sure if it's always fair for me to kind of make decisions. So, well, actually, you can't do this because of the lag, when it's not really the lag. It's my lack of fine motor skills and being able to use a keyboard and mouse. Rather than anything else. This lobby is not going anywhere, is it? Let's leave the match. Is this playing against? So yeah, so this is playing against PC as well. Yeah, so I'm playing on a streaming PC using an Xbox controller against PC players, which isn't. Which isn't the best of ideas. It's way hard. So it is way harder. But the good thing about PUBG is that a lot of it is about positioning and tactics rather than Twitch skills like Call of Duty. I mean, in Call of Duty you have to know the maps and, you know, have the right, be using the right weapons, but you know, if you've got the good muscle memory, good Twitch skills, and practice a lot, you know, you can do well. PUBG though, because it's, you know, you saw in that game, you know, basically I crept into the final circles, and really until it was a top 5 situation, I didn't come into much danger at all, did I? And that's the beauty of PUBG as well, though. I think that you can play. I'm sorry, those suits don't belong here. PUBG, you need strats. Exactly. You've got to have the right strategy to get you to that top 10, and then you need a lot of luck, you know. Here we go. Right, where are we going? Something like that. Good old Sandhook. Colours are still a bit off though, aren't they? Let's see a top 10. If we get lucky. Maybe what I should do is with my guns is really have single fire, like DMRs or assault rifles on single fire. Maybe that's the way to do it. I'm also very used to using a PlayStation controller. So the Xbox controller is slightly different, isn't it? Slightly different pressure on the thumbsticks. It's a great circle. Let's put a marker down in the middle. I always think it's a bonus when you don't get killed straight away. Erangel's your favourite? Absolutely, yeah. I don't think you can go... I would just play Erangel all the time if you could. Especially with things like the motor gliders. Good old Vector. I think they could bring some of the ambient noise back, couldn't they, to PUBG as well. Oh, one of my favourite setups. M16 with the 4x. This looks beautiful. That brings back so many memories. Yeah, I'm thinking, do I go with two M16s? Power drop coming down. Yeah, I need to put the time in with keyboard and mouse, don't I? You always feel like a midget when you're playing PUBG. I think we've got enough 9mm now. Oh, QBU. No, I'd go with the QBZ. Could really do with an extended for this vector as well. Excellent. Oh, I've already had one. Well, we're definitely not going to go with the AK because of the kick that thing had. But we're pretty good to go now in terms of kit. Yeah, we've got everything we need, really. Come on, get in there, go on. Decoy grenade. Oh, an M416, yes please. This thing might be a little bit more controllable than the vector, than the let's make this, change the colour, make it darker, yes, than the AK we had earlier. Right, let's have a quick look at the map. It's an interesting map, so we really want to head to the coast. Kind of this way. Maybe on PC you just play, if you're playing on a Shadow PC with console, you play PUBG as a survival game, you know, like DayZ. You're seeing how long you can survive rather than how many people you can kill. I mean, it looks lovely. That looks really nice. Very, very nice indeed. There's the M416. There's the lighting. It looks cool as well. That's the problem with PC games, isn't it? They're very seductive. You know, I'm the biggest believer in console gaming, you know, because you can sit back, you can relax in your comfy chair and you can play on your TV. Especially at the moment with PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's being, you know, unavailable. Maybe this is a good option. Midget height, yes. Yeah, they just got it wrong, didn't they? It's because PUBG, from the offset, was a third-person game. And they never got the first-person camera height right. So the tide's out. For those who are watching the stream and normally watch my DayZ content, don't worry. DayZ streaming will be coming back shortly. I'm not planning on doing loads and loads of PUBG. In fact, I prefer doing PUBG videos after the fact, you know. So we're in a pretty good position here. So it's time to do some camping. Sorry if that offends anybody. But for me, it's about getting into that top 10 situation. Any feedback from the chat about the quality of the video and the quality of the audio would be much appreciated. How are the levels? Is the game audio too quiet? Is my voice audio too loud? Is it coming through distorted? If you play the video full screen at maximum resolution, does it look nice? All that sort of stuff. I'll tell you what we do need to do. Get rid of that. Saying that though, if PUBG looks like this on a PlayStation 5, it is very tempting. 60 frames a second it's a big difference, isn't it? I meant to just jump up then. Oh, that's interesting. We've got a jammer pack now. See that there, the parallax that you see, because it's so smooth. It looks great, it really does. They just need to put aim assist in there. Well, actually not aim assist. PUBG's never had aim assist, has it, even on console? But nobody's following me. Of course, I make no promises, apart from the fact that I will probably just die incredibly quickly when my time comes. Shotgun. Number Jester. You get 60 frames per second on PS4 and Xbox Series X, but not the graphical fidelity, as they are still using the PS4 Xbox One versions. They are planning on a future update. Oh, that's interesting. You just want to know what the jammer pack does. It just means that I can run into the blue without taking damage. Watch. See, I don't take any damage, but see the jammer pack, the blue line is going down, so it means it's running out of juice. Right, okay. That's good information, Jess. They're very good. Well, this is I'm playing on a Shadow Cloud gaming PC. This is the PC version, running at 1080p, 60 frames a second, via the cloud, as they say. And I'm using an Xbox One controller, which is not the best way to play PUBG on PC. It's very twitchy and there's loads of recoil in the guns. But we just sort of, I just want to check out the viability, you know, because I've got very poor internet here anyway. We have crap internet. But you know, if you had good internet, could this be an alternative to buying a next-gen console or even a gaming PC? You know, because for £15 a month, if it's good enough, you know, and you can have fun, that's the important thing, isn't it? Can you have fun? What throwables have I got? Just a decoy grenade. It's the old loot truck. Number Jester says, "See you jumping on it on Steam. I was wondering what you were at." Yeah, exactly. Well, I used to use GeForce Now, and GeForce Now is great. And if anybody wants to check out the viability of cloud streaming PC games, GeForce Now is the way to start because they have the free version. Unfortunately, they don't have PUBG at the moment. They took it out. So I got in the queue for a Shadow gaming PC a few months ago, and it popped up. You know, it actually became live for me. Last week, so I've just been doing lots of testing because these things, they're great in theory, and often you have these wow moments where you're like, wow, you know, this is really good. But when it comes down to brass tacks, you know, can it deliver? You know, can it deliver a PUBG experience? Do you have a chance of winning? Now, I have already got last night. I did get a chicken dinner on PC, but I think it's my second game, so it can be done. But it was, you know, it's one of my typical crawling through the undergrowth chicken dinners on Errigal while I was in the middle of a field. But we're in a top 10 situation, so because the problem is controlling the recoil. It is so difficult using a controller. Rotate around this way because we're going to die to the blue. Oh my god, how close is that? Should be getting behind this tree. So, you know, that Recoil was really difficult to control then, but I did manage I mean, I used the whole clip on that chap, didn't I? I should probably be playing in third person, shouldn't I, rather than trying to mix it with the first person PC boys. Okay, top 4. Jesus, there's somebody there. This guy that I missed off to my right. There's a guy up there, definitely, and then there's a guy definitely back this way. Where is he? Hiding in a bush. Well, they're having a merry old time. Is he right in front of me? He's over here. My hands are sweating. Will he have gone inside the house, do you think? Ah, bollocks. He stunned me, didn't he? He stunned me so many times. Well, there we go. 2 top 10s, 2 kills. Well, 1 in each game. I kind of think we showed you there that maybe playing PUBG via the Shadow gaming PC is viable. You know, maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, that defeat there was all down to him having more stuns than me, wasn't it? The fact that he could stun me several times, which kind of did it. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll call it a day for there, and I'll go back and I'll watch the video just to check the video quality, just to see what it's been like. But thank you for everybody coming along and commenting on the stream. Hopefully it's looked okay. This is all about look. It's all about making sure the game looks okay, and you know, and the sounds okay as well. And then also the side of it from me, which is seeing if it plays okay. So there we go. I will bid everybody adieu. It'll be back to normal services soon. Merry Christmas if I don't see everybody before. And it's been a pleasure, as ever.